So, this is probably just conjecture slash theory and my hypothesis as to why I think Lakan, Maomao's father, pretty much set up this entirety of this anime. Part season 1 and 2, guys. So hear me out. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I believe he is the reason why Maomao was kidnapped in the first place. I am convinced that he is, right? So, based on the evidence of the fact that Maomao was in a pleasure district in the courtesan court, where they sell their services, wink wink. Lacan knew he had to get Maomao out of there. And what better way than to hire some folks? I'm pretty sure he has the wits about him and the ability to do that, to kidnap his own daughter. So I think, yes, he kidnapped his own daughter and placed her in the rear palace where all the courtesans are at, and where Jinshi's at. The noble, the moon prince. And so that's just the first evidence I believe that he came up with. Number 2 is that he knew that his uncle, a former Apothecary, would teach everything to Maomao just by default. So he knew he would eventually have Mom, and let's just admit this too as well. I believe he was spying on Maomao her entire lifetime. Okay, so he knows Maomao from start to finish, even though it wasn't direct. He has the ability to spy on her, as he is someone who used to visit the pleasure district, the court, not the right, yeah, the courtesan house, right, the concubines, in the rear palace. That's what I meant in the first place. Excuse me for trampling over my words. I'm not reading a script, right? So he would always visit the courtesans in the pleasure district and sent Maomao to the rear palace with the concubines. I think I'm correct now in those words of choice. So yes, and then number 2, this could have been another reason why Maomao got kidnapped again. I think he allowed her to get kidnapped. I can't lie, on the low key, I think he allowed her to get kidnapped as well. I'm pretty sure he has spies everywhere. But there's more to it. Okay, so he allowed Maomao to get kidnapped and go to the rear palace where all the concubines are at, and where Jinshi's at. And he knew somehow I'm just spitting theories out here. He knew that Maomao would get close to Jinshi just based on the fact that Maomao is just like this very outgoing, hectic. She doesn't care, no bullshit. She just does what she does. That's just who she is, right? Because you could already tell that Maomao got close to Jinshi real fucking quick. And I mean, only because she's super talented as an Apothecary. Okay, thanks to his uncle right here, the old guy right there, up there. Yep, right here. So because of him. So that's Lakan, and then that's Lakan's adopted son. Oh man, there's just so much to go through right now. Oh my god. But at least you guys know now. I do believe that Lakan, this whole entire thing is due to Lakan. And remember, Lakan even saved Jinshi's life. When Maomao got hit in the face, he was right there. He knew Maomao was going to figure it out. But he himself had his hands tied. For one reason or another, I don't know. But he allowed Maomao to take the front lines. All while this is happening, Maomao is collecting all the evidence for Lakan via proxy. Like, just somehow, some way. So, Maomao, she was like a knight on the chessboard. While Lakan was the king, and then the queen, whatever, Lakan's younger brother, whatever. Well, Jinshi maybe is the king. Lakan's more like the knight, the bishop, maybe? I don't know, man. You do what you will with the chess analogy. But when you guys think about it, it's like, bro, how did Lakan come up with the same evidence that Maomao did? Oh, then again, he was directly involved, now that I think about it. Not really, but yes, really. Through proxy. And then Maomao's kidnapping, the second kidnapping, everything just falling into piece. So yeah, I think this has all been orchestrated. That's the word, damn it. That's the word I wanted to say before I ended up my theories here. So yeah, he orchestrated a lot of what happened to Maomao, and even the whole his wife thing. You know, Mama helps him out, and then Lakan knows who Jin she is, even though it was secret. Everything is just falling into piece, and I am convinced that it was all orchestrated by Lakan. One way or another, I feel like he's got his fingerprints in a lot of Maomao's uh debacles.